Das from MMT. Today I'm going to show you a treatment you can do at home on your partner. So if your partner's sitting there working at home and they're constantly sort of getting that neck pain, and obviously we're in lockdown at the moment so you can't really go out and get treated, I'm going to show you how you can fix your partner's neck pain. Alright?
Let's go.
So if you don't have treatment wax, if you've got any sort of heat cream or something like that, just use a little amount because you don't want it being too slippery. So start off using your knuckles, that way it's a bit broader and you're not going to hurt yourself. And so we're just going to focus firstly through the upper traps here. So start right out of the point of the shoulder. And so you're just slowly pushing your knuckle into that muscle out there, so your upper traps. And then I'm going to slowly trace up towards Darcy's neck. So just keeping a constant pressure there, pushing down. This will help you feel where there might be some knots in the person's neck, in around their shoulder.
Yeah, you're getting onto something there too.
So you just want to apply constant pressure. This can just be a lighter one to start with, to build up your own confidence in if you've never treated anyone before. Going up the neck, you can also get your other hand on the opposite side of the head just to have a bit of support there. Slow all the way up the side of the neck. And then the next one you can push down a bit harder. So same stroke, pushing down on the shoulder, into the traps. Ask them if that's where they feel their pain.
Yep.
Oh yep, that's where I feel it. You might start to get them to slowly move their head side to side or rotate. They're just slow movements. And then you might just sit on a spot. So if they're feeling sore in that spot where you are, just get them to stop. Get Darcy to slowly move his head left and right, feeling for what he finds relieves it.
Yeah, that sure does, man, right there.
So I'm just pinning one spot here, and then once we feel like we've got that, then we can again start to slowly move up. I can support the head again, tracing up the side of the neck. Using your knuckles is a good way so you're not inflicting any damage on your own body if you're not confident using your thumbs and your fingers. You can also use your palm. These are just nice broad strokes, but they can still be really effective.
Yep.
Tracing all the way up to the base of the skull. So we're not going on the spine here, we're just on the side of the neck, tracing up that upper trap. Getting a little bit of SCM, which is the muscle around the side of it that wraps around into the front, which we can start to get now. So you can try and use your fingertips here, so the pads of your fingers. So if you get the person to rotate, you'll see a big muscle pop up here at the side of the neck that wraps around the front. So what you can do is you can just push the pads of your fingers in there, just under the ear. And then you're just going to slowly trace it down on a similar line that you just did, but slightly more towards the front of the neck. This one can be a really nasty one for those people that are sitting at desks. If you don't have a good home setup either, and you don't have a proper desk that's to the right height, or you don't have a good chair, you might be poking your chin forward. This will be a really good spot to get into.
Oh yeah.
And can elicit a lot of pain up into your head. You can get migraines and headaches from this one. And again, we can just slowly start to move the neck. Just little movements, feeling for where it helps to open it up.
Oh yeah.
You don't need to put a lot of pressure. I'm not pushing very hard here.
Oh yeah.
But just getting into that muscle, even the slightest bit will help to give a lot of relief.
Oh yeah.
Just slowly pushing down. Again, if you feel the pads of your fingers you don't have enough strength in there, you can use your knuckles. Just go broad with the broad part of your knuckle, and you can still treat that SCM muscle.
Oh yeah.
So again, supporting the other side of the head and tracing down the side of the neck. This will really get you in the good books with your partner or your housemate. If they've been giving you the shits, complaining about their neck,
You can get back at them too.
Yeah, you can inflict a bit of pain. Shut up, stop your complaining.
Oh yeah.
catch is they might really enjoy it, so they might suck you into doing it more often.
Yeah. No, it is good, man. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, just get guidance from the person.
Yeah.
Ask them, does that feel good? Is it a good pain?
Yeah.
Is that where you feel sore?
So far, so good, man. This whole line's really therapeutic.
Yeah, these broad strokes can be painful, but they can be therapeutic as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, just keep that constant same pressure. Don't lift up and push down and jab really hard. Don't feel like you have to put your knuckle through their shoulder right through their body. Just keep that pressure.
Oh.
Then we'll just get Darcy to turn to the side a bit. There's another really good spot. So tracing down the inside of that shoulder blade. So you might have to turn all the way around there, Darcy.
Yep.
So again, we'll go with broad knuckles and coming down these muscles here, down the shoulder blade. They're quite often pretty tight and can refer pain up into the head and neck. So I'll just step over so you can see. So you can start up the top into that upper trap. So my knuckles here are just in contact with the shoulder blade. So you'll feel the shoulder blade in contact with your knuckle there. And I can just start to slowly push down. Again, you don't need a lot of wax or oil for this. The less is probably better for this one, so you're not slipping and sliding all over the spot. And then the shoulder blade, if you can imagine, it's going to come out on this angle. So you're trying to keep your knuckle in contact with that border of the scap, tracing around. So I can even put a bit of an arm around Darth to support him again, so that he's not falling forward and you can keep that pressure.
Oh.
So again, slow and steady, pushing in, constant pressure. You can keep it quite broad. You will feel some lumps and bumps coming up through here where your rhomboids and your mid and lower traps go, because the muscles are running across. So you want to go really slow there so you don't flick over the speed humps. That can be a bit uncomfortable. And then we're going to keep tracing it all the way down. This is a really good stroke and can be really effective.
Oh. That's great.
So once we've done that first one, then we can do the same stroke, but we can get Darcy to move his head and neck and sort of feel for where that pain might be. So to start off with, I'll treat down and we'll get him to rotate his head to the away and then towards his armpit. So I'll just slowly direct him when we want him to do that. So starting sitting up straight, and then we'll just get you slowly rotating all the way to the left, Darcy, with your head. And then once he's gone as far as he can, we'll start to get him to take his chin towards his armpit. So we're really lengthening out that levatoscapular muscle, opening that area up. And then we can get him slowly to come back up. So up and then rotate back. You can get him to rotate all the way to the right. And then chin towards this armpit as well. So this way he's feeling all the way through his range of motion of his neck, where the tightness is.
Oh.
And it can help narrow down our treatment.
Yeah, there's some good stuff right in there, man. Oh, it's feeling really good. Oh.
So if the person's getting headaches and migraines, this will be a good spot here. There's quite often a few muscles that can refer pain up into the back of the head, in around the skull.
Oh yeah.
A couple of good spots there. If you really find a good one, you can just park on it, push your knuckles in. You might even get Darcy to slowly move his shoulder around a little bit, because that might help. A lot of these muscles attach onto the shoulder, affected by shoulder movement and neck movement.
Mm. Oh. Oh, yeah.
And then we'll get one finishing stroke. We'll get coming down the mid back and getting the muscles that attach to the spine. So I'll come back around, use my other hand. So this way, this time these knuckles are just on the inside of the spine there. So you're not on the spine, you'll be able to see just beside it. Start up high, and we're just going to trace directly down beside the spine. So again, I can get Darcy to slowly flex his chin towards his chest. And this way I don't have to move at all. Just with his movement of his head and neck, I'm just going to slowly slide down. Getting feedback from the person, you're not pushing on their spine.
No, that's it, man. That's good.
If you don't have any treatment wax or oil, that'll be alright. You can just push in here without actually moving a lot. You can sort of lift up a little bit, move down, sink back in, and then get Darcy to move again. And then he can start to rotate left, right, flex his head, lateral flexion. You can trace this one all the way down. If they're really slumping forward at their desk, getting down into the mid back here, that'll be a really good spot to hit. Even letting him arch forward there through his mid back, open all these spinous processes up. And this is just a really good fascial treatment. Really open it up. Alright, so if you're struggling from neck pain, sitting at desk, working at desk, or being stressed out at home due to lockdown, give this a go. Get your partner, your housemate, whoever it is, they can try this out and they'll give you some relief. Thanks guys.
Feels really good, guys. Give it a go.